So I'm delighted to be joined by my favourite person in the watch industry, Mr. Jean Claude Biver. We're going to talk about TAG Heuer, and Jean Claude, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure, and always great to see you. So TAG Heuer, what do you have in store for us for 2018?
We have several things. We have the head of the wiper.
Yes.
Which is a very difficult chronometer certification, which you get from Baselworld, the official chronometer institute of the European community. And in the past, they were checking watches, and we have done a tourbillon, chronograph, chronometer, head of viper, which is a total world first. That's one. We have also something quite interesting, extraordinarily interesting, which I wear now. That's a Monaco.
The new Monaco.
New Monaco, designed by George Bamford.
Oh, right, okay.
We have a partnership now with George.
Yes, I know.
And George is like our tuner. He's the AMG of Mercedes.
Yeah, cool.
And now we have Bamford with TAG Heuer. We have a third one, which I love a lot. It's the new Aston Martin Carrera.
Yes.
Which shows our partnership with Aston Martin. And last but not least, because we are more a man's watch than a ladies' watch, we have a Formula One ladies watch collection with different color straps, different dials, different settings, which is quite interesting.
So how do you manage to balance the maintenance of your high standards of quality and precision with so much innovation?
The quality is the most important for TAG Heuer. Quality, there is nothing that you can create. The best innovation will never get out unless all the certifications are done,
yes,
and are at the level of TAG Heuer. This is quite frustrating for an R&D department, because sometimes we have the impression, come on guys, how can you block this? But they block it. And it makes even me sometimes angry. And I want, from time to time, I say, come on, let's change the certification requirements. And I cannot touch it because the boss, at that moment, it's not anymore me. So it gives us headaches. Now, we are just adapting. I mean, in the sense that the R&D department has been, the boss, Guy Simon, has been working with us already 10 years.
Yes.
It was the 10th year. And he, from beginning on, he will only accept to go on an innovation when he can feel that the innovation will correspond to the requirements. Which means it's not anymore a big headache. The second strength we have is linked also to quality, is the perceived value. And that is something I really insist. A TAG Heuer must always look two times more expensive than the price. It means you must get the impression, wow, that's a £6,000 watch. No, it's only 4. Or the tourbillon, oh, this looks like a £40,000 tourbillon. Sir, it's 19,000. So the perceived value is something we really want. And the third thing we are looking for, we need to be a luxury, affordable brand. We don't want to be a luxury, inaccessible brand. We have already inaccessible luxury with Hublot, £20,000 average price. TAG has another objective. We must fulfill the accessible luxury. Those are the three very difficult constraints we have. Whatever we develop must fit into these three criteria.
Don't crack under pressure. You're a fantastic advertising line. What sort of pressures do you think the watch industry are facing today?
There's one pressure. It's the new generation. Why? Because the new generation will not behave like me, and not like you, and not like their fathers and mothers.
Exactly.
They have their own culture, their own philosophy.
Yes.
They want to buy their way. They don't want to have a salesman behind them.
Yes,
they don't want to sit on a table. So they have habits. They want to buy online.
Yes.
Because they feel free, and they know they can send back after 3 weeks, and etc., etc. They have another way to communicate. They have another music. They wear other jeans. They don't drive cars anymore. We have to adapt to these people, and we have to talk the language of the new generation. But if we are driven by old people like me, how can we talk to them? So we must learn, we must listen. And I am only young because I listen and I learn from the new generation. If I would close my eyes, close my ears, I would then become old and I would be disconnected from the future. And the future is the new generation. So whoever is CEO or important manager in a luxury company, he has to start to learn how will my business be in 5 or 10 years.
Yes.
And 5 or 10 years is tomorrow. We have to adapt now. For instance, we are investing 25%, 30% of our money in communication, in marketing, for people who do not buy now, but they might buy in 5 years.
Yes.
So if you forget to talk to the people that will buy in 10 years, how do you want them in 10 years to fulfill their dream? People are buying Ferraris because when they were boy or young manager, they were dreaming about the car. And because they dreamt about it, they buy it when they can, when they achieve it. So we have to start now investing in the new generation. We have to speak the language of the new generation, and we have to learn and listen from them. That's the biggest challenge.
So one last question. How many Baselworld fairs have you been at?
It's the 43rd.
43rd, wow.
And you know what is beautiful? I still have the same enthusiasm, I still have the same pleasure, and I still have the same passion. That tells me you cannot retire as long as you have all this pleasure, all this passion.
Yes, indeed.
So the news I give you, I will not retire now.
That's great news to hear. And I can look forward to seeing you at many more Baselworld fairs. Thank you very
Brian.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.